man arrested by police investigating the backpacker murders
killed a lot more than they reported on.
A protection racket that may have allowed serial killer Ivan Milat to murder many more victims than the seven
murders and suspected of several more.
Kill no one, mate.
Did you have anything to do with anything your brother was convicted of?
Nothing of anything, and I don't think he had anything to do with anything.
Hello everyone, welcome to my serial killer documentary. I've started the series with Australia's worst of the worst serial killers, Ivan Milat. This is a man who stalked the highways, who turned the bungalow forest into his personal grave sites. I'm going to take you now on a journey. This journey starts in Parramatta, and we are going to go to the bungalow forest. I'm also going to take you to the house where he was living. I'm going to take you to spots that I know he used to frequent. And this is a guy, in my eyes, and I believe genuinely, killed a lot more than they reported on. They say his first killing started in 1989 after the death of his sister Shirley. I don't believe people start killing at the age of 45. And I believe this guy has been killing for years, and I don't think he acted alone. And as I tell you, everything I've uncovered in my personal investigation on this guy, he definitely didn't act alone, and I strongly believe there was others involved, and there's others that are alive right now in Sydney who are still roaming around. And I believe there's probably more killings linked to this crew.
Tonight, Hugh Remington speaks to the politician who is convinced Milat could have killed hundreds of people. If that startling claim is true, it'd make Milat one of the worst serial killers in the world.
It didn't just stop when Ivan went to jail. Now let's go and come on this journey with me. The journey has started. We are 138 kilometers away, and I will take you with me. As we go, I will tell you more and more what I've uncovered on the way there. This is an exciting journey. I'm so excited for this. So we're on the way to the Ballangara Forest, and this is going to be a detailed journey into the mindset of the sadistic killer. I'm also going to go to Canberra, where another potential victim he may have killed, and I highly suspect he killed it. And also, in all the documentaries I've watched and all the investigations I've done, I've uncovered that I'm not the only person who thinks he murdered her. In 1989, his sister Shirley dies. 5 weeks later, a young lady who went missing, I won't say her name out of respect for the family who might not want her name mentioned, but she disappears and is murdered. And that was 4 or 5 weeks after the sister passes away. He was 45 years of age when his sister died, and even though she was young, he was attached to her. And I believe that is when he must have been always thinking about killing. And I think when his sister died, that was the trigger point where he thought, yep. And also, in 1974, he was raping girls and he was letting them live. I don't think the two girls that ended up charging him were the first two girls he raped ever. Because in 1979, from going off the transcripts of the court and that, it seemed he had done it before, and he stated to the girls he had done this before. And he was so calm when he said, okay, girls, who's going to go first? They survive and then give him up. Then he goes on the run for 4 years. There's warrant for his arrest. The police start searching for him. He must have started thinking, oh, I should start killing my victims. And I think when his sister died, that was the trigger point. Yeah, I'm going to start killing him. So when he was on the run, I can't put time frames together if my mind's half set on, I think he started killing when he let those girls go, and then the warrant for his arrest, I think his urge for the sexual desire was strong, and I think he kept on murdering people. But from the investigation point of view, it shows there was a dramatic change in his life when his sister dies when he's 45 years of age. Her name was Shirley. Then the young girl in Canberra gets... I believe he was killing long before then, but if you want to go off evidence and the police speculation, it starts after Shirley dies. I don't think his killing started at the age of 45. And I think he killed at least, I give 30 victims. And I'll tell you how I got this number. So I was in custody with Ivan. I was in isolation due to being the boss of a gang and high-profile gangster. He was in isolation due to his crimes. But we're both in the same section. I know so much about this guy. I don't know if he's aware, this guy is a sadistic maniac. This guy, when he chopped his finger off, walked past the cells, and he was doing this, doing a victory walk. Yes, he chopped his finger off. And you know what? And before I get back into what I'm going to tell you, so he's got a bit of a mindset of this maniac. He chopped his finger off because the governor took his Breville kettle and radio, and he wasn't having it. He just... I could hear it. People could hear him saying to the officers, for what you did to me, he's going to be held accountable, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to get everything back, or I'm going to take my own life. They put him in a holding cell, watch suicide watch for like, I think it was a week or two. Then they brought him back. Within hours, he sliced his finger off. The officer comes to his door at the end of the day, and he says, can you please pass this letter to the governor? He's got his finger in the letter. She doesn't know this. She grabs it as she's walking off. Obviously, she's opened it to see what's going on because she's got to check it. Sees the finger in the envelope, starts screaming. The whole unit could hear her screams, and he gets taken to hospital. Long story short, as he's a manipulative, vindictive maniac, he actually wins his verbal in court and gets his Breville back, gets everything back, and he's just a maniac. He also refused to mix with the Muslims because he said he doesn't get along with the Muslim boys. And we all used to try to mix with him. And also, I want to tell you another point. And the reason I'm getting into all this, I've got a long drive ahead of me, and let's talk. And I'm going to give you a backdrop of this guy. And it's going to be all like from when he was in jail, when he was younger. And I'm giving you a backdrop. And keep in mind, I'm not a news reporter. I'm just a guy from the street that knows a lot about this guy's life due to being in jail with him. And what I'm going to tell you now. So he had a love child, Amy. Amy came to a visit one time. I seen her on the visit. Obviously, I couldn't see him because we all split up. I could see where she was, and she was looking at me. I was looking at her. So I told my mum, when you leave, wait for that lady, that girl outside, give her my min number or get her number. Obviously, I was looking at each other. She fancied me. I fancied her. I didn't know who she was at that point. I just seen she was pretty. She wrote me a letter. From there, we started dating. And when I get out of prison, she stays my girlfriend. And I want to get to a critical point of how I know this guy. There's more killers out there from his family, because I don't think she's a serial killer, but I tell you, it's in their genes. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning with her right over my face, with her big blue eyes staring at me. I pushed her off me. I said, what the? Anyway, from there, I left her. Ended it there and there. She went to my mum's house and verbal with my mum because she become friends with my mum. My mum goes, she's a nice girl, whatever. I said, nah, get rid of her. Tell her it's over. That's it. She's crazy. She's going to end up killing me in my sleep or poisoning me. I got rid of her. That leads me to believe that the serial killer stuff's in their bloodline, and he couldn't have acted alone. And I'll get into that all when I'm at the scene, and when I'm at the locations, I'll tell you everything else I've uncovered through Googling, through watching documentaries, and most importantly, seeing the way he used to interact in jail and listen to the way he used to talk. And mate, let me tell you, this guy's a man. He used to get like 50, 60 letters a day. Everyone's sending him money orders. This guy, I don't know why people thought that he's some special icon of Australia. His history in Australia is the most evilest of history. This guy is the pinnacle of what an evil bastard is. This is a man who lived for, since he was, let me take you to his younger days. So when he was younger, he was an egoistic maniac who didn't have a big structure. He couldn't fight the best, but he used to love violence, him and his brothers. They'd go hunting, and that's how he developed to start killing people, they say. But let me keep what I'm telling you now about what I know about this guy. This guy used to torture his girlfriends. He used to kill his pets. He used to hunt the streets, practicing for his rapes. He'd grab girls, not even rape them, see how it feels, and let them go. This guy was a unique serial killer because not only did he change the face of Australia, for some reason when he got caught, it's like the serial killing stopped. I think Australian police got it wrong in the sense of, how isn't there any more serial killers after this guy's killing spree? Prior to him, there was serial killer after serial killer, and then it just stops at short of Ivan. And that, in the more series I'm doing, we're going to get into that. But I'm going to use a little idea where I'm at with all this serial killing stuff. I just want to know how many people he killed. I want to know how many more serial killers are out there. I'm going to take you through Australia's history of serial killing. And like, for example, today, I'm going to Canberra, staying the night. I'm going to record there. I'm going to Bungalow Forest, recording. This is not like a 20-minute video. This is taking me days to get all this content together. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and support my journey. I'm going to bring you a lot more content. But anyway, let's focus on getting back to the forest, and still more to come. Stay tuned. All right, guys. Also, I want to touch on, this guy was having incest with his own sister. And I've uncovered, because I've been doing so much research on this guy and his whole family. His sister, I believe, was involved in the murders. That's what I strongly believe. And if you've done the investigation I've done, you will understand how I've come to this conclusion. Like, did you know the police think he's murdered 80 people? I don't think it was 80 people. Like, for example, the police say that he was a suspect in the Wonder Beach murders, where that was in 1966, if I recall. He was born in 1944, so the age he possibly could have. But I believe if he was killing from a younger age, he wouldn't have dropped off the rape victims after he raped them. I think he's been raping for a long time. And back in the 70s, back in the mid-60s, early 70s, the police weren't really investigating these type of things how they would today. I think the murder started after he got charged in 1974, ended up getting acquitted of it. But he's come out of jail with the mindset, I better start killing my victims. But I think he didn't have the courage to kill at that point. He was killing animals, like he was going hunting for pigs, and he was killing dogs and cats. I uncovered he's been killing a lot of different types of animals and that. I think it was leading up to preparing himself for the murders. But I think when his little sister dies in 89, that's when he goes on to kill that lady that went missing. Her name's Elizabeth. I know I shouldn't be saying names, but this is not a gang podcast. In the gang podcast, I don't like saying names in that, but we're talking about Australian history. It's all documented online, so I can use their names. It's not really a disrespectful thing. So anyway, this Elizabeth in 1989 disappears 5 weeks after Shirley dies. I strongly believe that was his point where he needed some push and a little bit of, I don't call it courage, but in his head courage to actually kill someone. And when two of his sisters died. Another one, the one that was helping him in the murders, dies in a car accident. And the media reports get their names mixed up. So in some reports you got Shirley as the young girl that passes away when she was 3. And then you got reports later on that the other sister is named Shirley as well. I think all the news reports are conflicting each other. So their names might be a bit conflicted, but he did have two sisters that died. The one when she was 3 affected him dramatically, and that's when the killings start. And the other one was his lover. He was in a relationship with his own sister for over 20 years. His family must have known. This is what makes me believe that the family are involved in the murders. Because if you're going to cover up your brother and sister being boyfriend and girlfriend, then you're all messed up. And, mate, there's no way he carried those bodies through the forest on his own. And we'll talk about more when I get to the bungalow, and we'll focus on the actual crimes. And I'm going to look around and see where there's more potential bodies, because I think that I've got a suspicious, colourful mind that I think I will go further than the police went. The police are too... I don't even know what to refer to the police. They're just too simple. Okay, you can link him to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's enough. Move on. I don't think they were energized enough after their long investigation. I think they just threw the towel in. I didn't think they searched enough. I think I'll be able to find more than what they found, because my mind looks at things different to how these idiots, and I say the police idiots, they actually are. Because, and I will tell you why I think they're idiots. How does serial killing in Australia stop after Ivan Milat gets done? It's like they just couldn't be bothered. They're like, oh yeah, that was a big task, that one. Let's just not talk about serial killers no more. There's been no more serial killers since Ivan died. How in the history of Australia has been serial killing up until Ivan Milat? Surely Ivan Milat can't be the last serial killer Australia has seen. Where are all the serial killers in Australia today? Where? I reckon in the police headquarters there's hundreds of missing people, murder victims, and they're all tied to probably 3 or 4 people, but they don't want to scare Australia, and they don't want the public to go into a chaos, and then the police look like they're not doing their job. That's what I reckon. I reckon that it's a major cover-up of the police, and they've just been focused too much on organised crime, and they've left the serial killers just Australia's backyard is their graveyards, straight out. Just like the bungalow forest was Ivan Milat's personal burial sites, I think there's more killers out there. And more importantly, I want to point out, I think there was more members in the Milat family who were heavily involved in these murders. I just don't think a brother to Ivan would go hunting with him, drinking with him, let him sleep with his own sister, and then when it comes to killing someone, oh, that's too much, I can't tell my brother. If they're sharing incest amongst each other, they're sharing killings amongst each other. And if you look at the facts and evidence of the case, it was physically impossible for him to have carried the bodies the way they were found and the way they were positioned. It was physically impossible for one man to do it. And Ivan was the type of guy who thrived on being important and power. And when he lost his power in jail, because he's not a big structural guy and he couldn't dominate the prison, he couldn't scare no one, he held power in his mind by not giving up his co-accused and not giving up other locations of murders. So that was his win in his mind. He had his nose in the air thinking, I've killed all these people. No one knows who they are. No one knows where they are. No one knows who helped me. And more killings are happening, and it's because of me. That's in his mindset. Do you know what I'm saying? I've been driving for so long. Like, this is a long highway. You know what I mean? I don't think you could do this day in, day out alone. And do you know why they ruled out the brothers? Because they said they didn't have enough police power to monitor every brother the way they are on Ivan. And if the evidence brings it to the brothers, then they will charge them, but they're not going to go out and look for it. It's just ridiculous. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just crazy to think that the police mindset was that at that point in time, and how their mindset is now, where they're just fixated on bikies and organised crime, and they don't care about serial killers. There's no way you could convince me that there's no serial killers in Australia anymore after Ivan Milat. I knew Ivan Milat personally. I interacted with him in jail, and I dated his love child, and she told me so much about him. Like, her mum and dad were friends with him. He was staying at the house, and then she had the affair, and the mum was telling her, taking her to places where she later on took me to, like, where he'd eat, where he'd drive around, and the things he would say, and he always had a gun on him. You know what I mean? But anyway, and the police as well even suspect that he's killed 80 people. They linked him to another murder in 1961, another girl in Canberra. And this Canberra connection, it doesn't just end there. Just because the police uncovered two, they were just sloppy and incompetent and didn't pursue any of it and didn't even indulge more into finding more victims. And they were just like, oh, he's doing life sentence now, who cares? But they didn't care about the family getting rest and peace of mind, knowing someone was held accountable for someone that they love dearly, losing their life, someone's held accountable. They don't care if the guy's already doing life. They just want to see someone recognized as the perpetrator of their family victim who passed away. The police didn't see it like that. They didn't care. And that's where we're at in the society, in the world, where, oh yeah, we've got a conviction. Let's not waste too much more money on this and effort and time, and let's move on to other cases. That's where Australia's gone wrong. And in the meantime, I should be at the bungalow very soon. Once I get there, I'm going to show you the forest. Hopefully I don't get lost in there. I don't want another victim. But I'd probably be a victim of dying of starvation. Because if I can't get back out of the bungalow forest, and they reckon your service dies out there, because I've been doing a lot of research on it, and it was telling me to be careful when I go in there. So I am a bit nervous in the sense if I get lost, because I'm a goldfish. I go around the fucking in one circle, I forget where I was. So if you don't ever hear from me again, and I am found later on, and my body's found, and my phone's found, and someone does the right thing and posts my videos, I did this for you. So please give me a subscribe and a like, because I'm risking everything to go into these forests, because I don't know where I'm going. It's a lot of roads you can get lost in, and yeah. The good old Belunga Road. What's going on? Oh shit, we're gonna end up having a fucking accident before we get to solve the murders. Slow down. Pull over, it's time for me to take over because there's some serial killers around here. This is the Belunga Road. And if Ivan was around right now, I'd tell him what I used to tell him in jail. Where's the body, Ivan? No, we don't want to go to the rest area. Keep going down. Keep going down. And then pull over somewhere. This is Belunga Road. There was once upon a time, Ivan was here with someone in the back. Pull up here, righty. Pull up, righty. Let me get out. As Ivan once said to his victim, I've got to take a leak. When nature calls, am I going to reenact this with you? I'll show you your hand so you can see. I picked up a hitchhiker on the way. I can hear something hissing. Maybe there is snakes here, actually. I want to just point something out before I continue on the road where Ivan done all these hideous crimes. Why is there a house right there? And the question is, was this here back in the day when Ivan was literally picking up people, bringing them down here and murdering them? We are going to go all the way in. I'm going to try to go as far in as I can go without trying to get myself in a situation where I get lost. I know there's snakes here because I've done my research, and they say be careful of snakes and be careful of people hunting wild animals. I don't even know what that means, to be honest with you, but they warn you when you come around here, and they say if you pull over to take a leak, be mindful there could be snakes on the road. But this is the entry to Belunga Forest, and there's a house literally right there. Who the hell would live around here? Look at this. Now this is crazy, straight out. So this is where he would drive with his victims. Imagine this at night. Imagine being a girl in the car with this guy. He's already acting weird. She's coming literally down this road. This is the road that he took with the victims. Believe me, I studied the maps. I studied everything online. I've done all the intel I like to do. This series might only be an hour or two, but it's taken me 3 weeks to gather all this. Been on the road, just sussing everything out, trying to get as much information I get. Look at the cows. I wonder if they would have a lot of secrets, these cows. And if only cows could talk. Oh, look at that beautiful house over there. What the hell are you doing living around here? You know about Ivan coming around here. And you know what? All jokes aside, imagine having the other people that we just haven't been told about have literally taken this same road in our time, in our era, and been murdering people. Because I know there's serial killers out there and the Australian government just hiding it. And there's always copycat killers all over the world. And I'm sure Australia is no different to every other part of the world where people copy people. It's just the way society is. That's just life. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm taking these on a journey through the eyes of the killer and through the eyes of the victims. The victims would have been watching all these sight scenery people see. The victims would have been sitting here with tears running down their face. And here we go. Oh, look at this. Bangla State, look at this. Oh, that goes off road, that one. Oh, there's a car behind you. What are they doing? This could be a serial killer behind us. Go. That was a bit weird. What's going on here? Hang on, I'm gonna get out. I've been this a serial killer, baby. I've been this serial killer. You get out. Oh, fucking get out. Oh yeah, you take off when you send a leper. Yeah, witnesses. That's what the cunt took off there. Anyway, that's the Belunga State Forest, and I think I'm gonna take the off-road because I reckon these killers are going off-road. That looks like a serial killer car right there. See the other car pull out? I didn't know he to get me. Anyway, let's keep going. Look, who would live here? Like, look at this site, mate. I've seen all this on images online, but to see it in person, oh, look at that road there. Go down there, baby. Go down there. I'm not here to kill you, I promise you. Do a U-turn, go back. I want to go to the interesting sites. Oh, here comes that car.
That's Ivan Milat's cousin.
Pull over, because you know what, the guy did look suspicious, to be honest. But don't go down the hill. Pull up here left. See what he wants. No, just pull over, see what he wants. Stop here, pull over. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. This guy's fishing. Fishing. What is he fishing for? Pull up somewhere. Hey, that car's honestly behind us. Look. See what he wants. Suspicious. This cunt. He's been following us for 10 minutes. Anyway, I'm taking these in right down there, and I reckon there's bodies around here. You know what? There's no one here right now. All the cars are gone. And it just feels weird, man. Oh, there's a car down there. Fuck. We're going down there. There's a car pulled up there. Let me drive. You're a little chicken shit. All right, guys. It's been a bit hectic. I want the footage to be like just stable, but it's hard to have a stable footage when you've seen what just took place. All these cars coming around and cars following us. Anyway, let's keep going. Look at these guys. Look at this. It's just, you just get this vibe. You get this vibe here that there's sinister things happening, like just crazy, man. Just crazy. And I know there's snakes around here. Like, I want to pull up somewhere and park, and I want to go for a walk in there. I want to go where all the action's happening. There's 2 cars parked up here. Very suspicious. Fucking very suspicious, I'll tell you. What in God's name are they doing around here? Like, what could they possibly be doing parked up here? Seriously, two suspicious cars. One guy. What's going on, brother? What are you doing? You right? You good? Fuck, that guy looks suspicious as. Do you see that guy? Sitting on his own. Where's the other car? Where are the people from the other car?
Can we get out of here now?
Calm down, love.
No.
What's going on here? What are these? What's going on? What's going on?
That's not.
No. Now, I'm not even joking. I want to show you that car behind me. Now, where's the other people? Listen, I'm not even joking. I'm not even a conspiracy. Where's the other fucking people from the other car? That guy looked like he had his door open. Where's the other people? For sure, there's more bodies out here, for sure. Like, 100% there's bodies out here. I want to find somewhere I can park and walk in and try to see what we can see. What the fuck was that? Alright, I'm gonna go fucking find the spot where I seen on the Google. It's gonna freak you all out. Wait till I show you the location I'm looking for. It gave me shivers and it was on a footage. I just can't wait to get to it. I'm not far from it. I'm following a map. She's freaking out. I've come off road. I'll tell you now. I've come off.
So fucking angry.
Listen, let me stay focused so I don't lose track of where we are. We are in the midst of Bunga Forest. I don't even know where I am, to be honest. Oh, there's people there. Maybe we're stumbling across something. But this is like crazy. What are you doing around here?
What's that?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Take a photo. That's it.
I'm doing a YouTube vlog.
Oh, okay.
Hey, where's the memorial section?
Not too sure. It's first time for me as well.
What are you from? What country is from?
Thailand. From us? Thailand.
Brother, how long you been here?
3 years.
Bro, you know they say the Thailand people here go missing. Do you need a lift?
What's that? What do you mean?
Want a lift?
Want a lift?
Just shaking. This guy's gonna call the coppers. Anyway. Look at this. They got in their car. Look, they got in their car. They took off. Look, they rented their car. They got paranoid. Where? So I could possibly be so close to a body and I don't even know it. But just imagine being a victim at night here and knowing that like, you're gonna die. And imagine when after Ivan struck the first blow, whether it had been a knife or whether he shot them, the person would have been laying out, bleeding, literally here. This is the Belungra. I'm bringing you to where the police actually done the investigation and they thought, who the fuck is that? Let me zoom in on this bloke. Who's that? What do we have here? That's a bit fucking weird. Isn't that a bit fucking weird? And you know what? Curiosity always killed the cat. I've got to go down there and figure out who it is. Do you mind if I put you on? Oh, because I thought you were by yourself, so I thought I'm going to come down and suss it out. What's going on down here?
My kids are fighting each other with sticks just down the way here. I was just having a rest.
How do you know you're like a way around? You don't get lost? No, I believe what you're doing.
Oh, the roads all lead back to the same direction.
So you just always go back that way?
Yeah, you just follow the road, you end up in the same spot eventually. Hi, darling, how you going?
My name's Mark.
Diana, how you
Nice to
going?
meet you. So,
oh, they're probably freaking out here.
yeah. All right, well,
Not yet.
you said it was all right. I can record yours?
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So it was a pleasure. I got to zoom out because I zoomed in from over there to see what he's he's doing. All right, guys, it's nice to meet you. Thank you. It's been lovely to talk to.
Yep,
And sorry I've stumbled across whatever he's doing. All right, he's have a good day. All right, says that.
You can find it.
Yeah, she's scared. She's shitting herself, this one.
In the
She's
daytime, it's fine.
she's ruining my thing. She's like, I want to go this day. I'm like,
Do you want me to drive?
no, I'll drive. All right, thanks a lot, guys.
See you later.
All right, so she took off in the car and she's freaked out. And I said to her, we had a little argument. I said, just go. So, you know, I've just walked off and I've been walking for about a good 20 minutes around here. I don't think I'm lost. I can still hear cars, but look at this. Look at this. I honestly feel just an unsettling feeling around here, especially being in the middle of this forest. Like I'm looking out for snakes too, because I heard there's snakes around here. And it's just so quiet now. The more I'm walking, I can hear footsteps. I swear to God, I can hear footsteps. Like I'm literally trying to navigate, but keep in mind, I'm still, like I'm by myself, so I'm looking around my surroundings. No matter who you are, and you're in a place where murders happen and serial killers get around and they could be armed with guns and knives and whatever. Gotta just be mindful of there's not someone just lurking around. But it's daytime, so it's all right, but it's still unsettling because it could be snakes, it could be anything, you know what I mean? But I told you I'm gonna bring you the serial killer side of things, and I'm doing it. And now I'm just gonna continue on and looking around and bringing you with me. Every time I find a weird spot or a spot that's saying shivers, I'm gonna like show you what I'm seeing firsthand. It's different for you guys because I'm here. And I knew Ivan, and the evil bastard, I could picture his face. And I used to yell out to him, "Where's the body, Ivan?" And now where I'm at his crime scene, knowing that he's killed so many people. Like, so, where do these people just come from? People just came out of nowhere. Two guys. Who the fuck are these cunts? Hang on. I can just visual, I swear to you guys, I think he killed someone right there. I've got a feeling someone got killed there. I don't know why. It just looks like a spot where he'll drive in and he'll pull up right there. He'll take his victim there and just...
With you pricks!
I don't know why, I can just feel something happening with Ivan and his one of his 30 victims. I know you guys think he killed 8, but believe me when I tell you this, there's at least 30, I reckon. I was in jail with the bloke, there's no way in the world a bloke like him started killing at the age of 45 like they're trying to convince the public. They reckon at 45, 46 he started killing. No way. This is a sadistic killer that's been killing for a long time, and he was coming up here with his brothers and they were hunting and that. And they were hunting and doing all sorts of things. I don't think for 20 years of coming up here with, if you've got it in you to kill 8 people, you're not going to start at 45 years old. Come on, let's be for real. I reckon there's heaps of bodies here. Like I used to always yell out to him and say, "Where's the body, Ivan?" He wouldn't argue, he'd just start smashing his wall and piss off. I just seen these 2 people behind me. I don't know if you can see them. They looked a bit weird, I tell you straight. They're like, "What brings you around here?"
Oh, I can tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
If you're from Australia, you know what this forest means. This forest has so much history in there, and so many crimes were committed in these woods. And I've come through here, and it's different when you come through by yourself. Like my girlfriend stayed in the car, and I don't even know where she is now, to be honest with you. I walked for like 20 minutes. I'll try to find her. I think I'm going back on the same road I came. I don't know why, I just feel like there's someone watching me. I don't know why, I just have that feeling I'm being stalked. I heard there's deer around here. I heard there's snakes. And if there is someone hiding in these bushes, because that's what they do, these serial killers, they camp out and they look for their victims. I don't think I'd be someone that would want to try to kill. I don't think anyway. But then again, if they've got a gun in their hand, they're not going to really care about the way I look. Who knows? I just want to bring you guys somewhere where you don't see this stuff every day. It's easy coming with a few people. When you're by yourself walking, doing these walkthroughs in these haunted, like there's souls around here. This is a haunted area. People died here. People were like murdered in the most callous way. Their souls are lingering. You just can't help feel this like sense of sadness here. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, imagine these girls that were here and he was killing them and he was strangling, he was stabbing, he was shooting. He was doing everything to them and they were just yelling and screaming and no one can hear you. Like, literally, you can't be heard. There's no one in sight. Like, who's going to hear you scream? And if it look how high the trees are. Like, imagine being on the ground and looking up at that and you got Ivan's face. Literally, the last thing you see in this world. I'm in the middle of the Bone Forest where Ivan Milat, Australia's worst serial killer, killed his victims and many more. This place is haunted without a doubt. I've literally come through here on my own. My girlfriend wouldn't come through because she was too scared to walk. And I honestly can say this is a very, very, very uneasy feeling. Put the phone down so I can focus more because you don't know what you encounter out here. Mate, I never thought I'd have this feeling. I don't know what's down there, but I want to show you. I think there's people still buried here, maybe down there more. I got this feeling, and I can't shake this feeling that there's more bodies down here. I don't know if it's just because I think too much and I'm a schizophrenic in a sense as well. And there's snakes literally here for sure. There's snakes here. There's no more drive. You can't drive your car through here. I have to walk. There could be a body under there. You don't know. Like, you just don't know. And I don't want to walk two more. I've walked 25 minutes into the bush. I don't even know how I'm going to get back, to be honest. I'm going to stop recording because I got so sidetracked that I lost myself in here. I think I could find my way. I should be able to find my way back if I just walk and pay attention. I'm just, words can't, I had all these things written down what I wanted to say. And I wanted to tell you all about what I thought, but it's a surreal feeling in here. Like, I can visualize people running from him, like running down there, running. He's chasing them, he's shooting them, and he definitely never acted alone. I'm struggling to walk through here with just a stick, and it's hard to keep your foot balanced because look, there's everywhere you look, there's a hole, there's a gap. There's no way in the world this guy done this alone. No way. This guy killed these people. He had help, and I think his brothers are still killing people, and the police just couldn't put a case together, and they just laid off. They just died. It all died off, and it probably made them even more sadistic killers because they got away with it. I guarantee you, there's at least another 100 bodies out there. I think Ivan was responsible for a good 30 of them, but I think the murders continued on after he was jailed, and I think to this day they're coming up here, and this is their grave site. Literally, you know how we bury our people at Rockwood Cemetery and at Pine Grove and all that? This is the Milat family's grave site where they bring their people and they just murder and they just do what they want. It is so quiet here where all I can hear is birds. And you look up at the sky and you think, these trees, if they could talk. If only these trees, like, look at that thing over there. It's like a makeshift grave. It's like somebody put it there to remind them where they put the body or something. Like, what the fuck is that doing? I'll zoom in. What the fuck is that? Just sitting there. You just think it's a tree, but it's not. It's not a tree. Like, I don't know what drove me to come into the bush and walk 20 minutes in, but I figured I gotta stop somewhere. Can't continue walking because I'm going to end up getting lost. I'm literally surrounded by trees and bush, and I'm not one that goes out in the forest. I've never been out in the forest in my life. So fuck knows how I'm going to figure out how to get back out of here. But let's go, and I want to go find this memorial site. What the fuck did I throw? What idiot I am. I threw the stick down. I've got to keep this stick, actually. This stick's got to stay with me in case I see a deer. Let's go find the memorial site. Hopefully I can find the memorial site and I can find more sites around here. I hope you appreciate that I'm literally going out of my comfort zone to bring you some good content. I know a lot of people out there think, when they think about the backpack killings, they think, oh, I wonder what it would feel like. I'm literally standing here and I can tell you this. It sends shivers down your spine to know that people here being murdered. And possibly even recently it could have happened, we just don't know because the police aren't telling us. There's no way the serial killing stopped at Ivan Milat, no way. I'm also going to go to the highway. I've got the map for where the British backpacker escaped him and he started firing shots. I'm going to go there now, and I don't know if I can find the memorial site. It's very hard to find around here. I'm almost lost. I will see if I can find it, but I do know where that is because it's on the highway. It's easier. It's an easier route to track down. To find stuff in this bush is very hard. Even the police couldn't find the rest of the bodies that they were suspected were buried here, let alone me, just a lebo from the area, walking out of here. I've got to figure out how to walk out of here. I'll come back to you shortly. I need to go before it gets dark. As I told you, I've been walking for a long time. I don't know where the hell I am. I'm in the middle of the forest. Whatever you call this place. Look, I've stopped walking, so I don't know which way to go. I honestly don't know which way to go. I'm a bit lost. I don't know where I am. I don't know what I've done. I don't know which way I've turned. I don't know how I'm going to find my way around here, but I'm actually starting to get concerned. I don't know where the fuck I am. I found my way back. Tired is an understatement. All right, guys, let me just walk across here, stretch, and get some. Now I could talk, relieve that I'm out of that bush, that forest, whatever you want to call it. This is all easy. You can see where you are. So this is not confronting. This is like relaxing because I'm on a main road. But you know, when I walked through that forest, mate, how did he take bodies on his own through the forest? Like literally, I got to fix my shoes. My shoes come undone, and I only had a stick in my hand because there's deers around here running around. So I literally had to carry a stick. If I'm carrying a stick and I'm struggling, how did this guy carry bodies through there? It's impossible, literally impossible. There's no way in the world this guy acted alone. Ivan Milat had his brothers with him and they helped. It would have taken at least 3 grown men to carry anything through this unstable walking. It's like you're tripping. Like I tripped over a bit off just carrying a stick. So 100% this guy didn't act alone. Guys, when he's all going to understand what I'm saying, he's very serious. There's more serial killers in Australia lurking around. The Milat brothers are still out.
Inspector Bruce Couch said 1 ton of ammunition was seized from a large room beneath the home of Ivan Milat's brother Walter at Hilltop near Campbelltown.
Yeah, so I genuinely, strongly believe and recommend that someone out there should do their own investigations and uncover more. I've uncovered so much and I'm just a gangster lebo from the street life. I felt connected to this story because I knew Ivan from jail. I dated his love child. So to me, I feel connected with this story and I just feel a part of this story in a sense. And I always knew when I would see Ivan in jail, I knew from his body language, from the way he talks, the way he walks, he's a very crazy mentality, controlling, egoistic maniac.
Police left Milat to take his last breaths. They spoke of grief for his victims. He told them, quote, "I don't care, that's it."
He never disclosed he had co-accused because he wanted to have the power. You see, when you're dealing with a maniac that is lost everything, his only power over the police was, in his mind, not telling them who else was involved and not telling them where the rest of the bodies were. Police estimate 80 victims he murdered. I estimate probably 30 to be realistic. I think his killings didn't start until 1989, until after his little sister died. Then the killing started. And I know the police believe he started killing in 66. The reasons I think he didn't, because he got arrested in 1974 for raping 2 girls. He raped them and dropped them off. And he said to those girls, this is not his first time. And he casually said, which one wants to go first? And he raped them. He drops them off. So I think up until 74, he was just raping. After 74, when he realized leaving victims behind is actually a no-go zone because he's going to get locked up. So then he starts murdering. He was on the run for 4 years. He knew he was wanted for the rape. For that 4-year gap, he never got convicted or charged or anything relating any murders in that time. When his sister dies, 5 weeks later, Elizabeth goes missing in Canberra. She goes missing next to where he was working. She goes missing at a time where he was vulnerable, angry, upset, emotional about his death of his sister. He was very close to her. Even though she was so young, he was very close to her. And I think he was close to her because he was going to groom her to be his potential second sleeping partner and killing companion. His other sister was helping him with killings, 100%, and the police confirmed, but because she's dead now, they couldn't charge her. By the time they put the proper pieces together and more evidence, she had died and she was not around to arrest her and convict her. That was his girlfriend. His whole family knew he was sleeping with his own sister. There's no way in the world his family didn't know about all the murders, because this is a family. If they're accepting the brother and sister to be boyfriend and girlfriend, these guys are sharing all secrets. Ivan was not keeping this to himself, and he had victim clothes at his house. There's so much that the family would have been 100% aware of what's going on. His family 100% knew what he was doing. His brothers to this day are free. To this day, they've been using, I strongly personally believe, whether I'm right or wrong, only God knows, but I believe in my heart, they're still killing people. They're still hunting these freeways, highways, getting victims, bringing them to their grave sites and killing them and burying them, because they're more confident in the last 20 years than they ever were in the 60s and 70s and early 80s. I think Ivan started killing around mid 80s, I think. I think his older brothers have been killing since the 60s and 70s.
Stabbing a woman is like cutting a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Naturally.
To know something like that, you'd have to have done it,
That's
wouldn't
right.
you? So you've stabbed a woman?
Never stabbed anybody.
The reason the police think that Ivan is responsible for the murders at Wanda Beach and these type of murders in 1966 is because it all leads to his persona and character, and the same strategies were used in the murders that he had done. So they thought it's like a trail, you know, it led to him. But I think the trail led to him because, yeah, they were spot on, but it wasn't Ivan, it was the brothers. The brothers were killing first, and they were bringing him on hunting trips, like preparing him for what needs to be done. And then Ivan starts killing, and then Ivan got sloppy and started keeping victims' clothes, and victims got away. That backpacker escaped, gave a description of what he looked like. So I think the other brothers were more careful and more professional in the sense of serial killing. And look how smart they are. They were able to this day get away with it. I'm telling you guys, you all think I'm just a conspiracy theorist. I promise you guys, someone right now is somewhere packing their bags to get out on the highway and start hitchhiking. And this family, the Milat family, is lurking around. And there's copycat killers. There's definitely more sinister things happening. The government's not telling us. But anyway, let's continue on with this journey. And I just want you to have one more look before I go out to the highway, because I want to go out to the highway now, and I want to go. I think the memorial was on the way out, from what I understand. I don't know if it is or not, but let's just continue on and have a look at this. Have a look at that. Have a look at that. Have a look. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. The area where Ivan was killing people for fun. It was a sport. And it goes all the way out there, all the way. And if I see any other sites that look remote like this, I'm going to stop and show you. I stopped here because I felt in my heart there's something here. I don't know why. It just led me to walk into there, and I walked 25 minutes into there. I know I probably shouldn't have, because there's a lot of snakes in that, and you can hear there's something down there. I don't know what animals are, but you can hear animals. But you know, guys, let's continue on. All right, guys, so there's two parts of Bangor Forest. There's a section where people campsite, and there's the sinister side where I've taken you to the secluded sections, obviously where these murders took place. But I'm back on the road now, and giving you a little sight tour for the people that have never come here. You'd be very surprised for a place that has so much grief and trauma and traumatic historical events happen in this forest. There is sections up here where there's people walking around, and there's a campsite down here. And there's two parts of this place. I guess there's good and bad in every part of the world. I took you through the quiet section where to me it felt like hell, because I was picturing what Ivan did to all these people, and possibly other serial killers would have come up here and done things. You can't help but to imagine what's taking place in these woods at night. But look at this place here now, where I'm going to turn left. It's just all campers enjoying themselves, oblivious to the other side of this forest contains some very, very, very bad stuff that's happened to people. Like, people died not far from these campsites, and people are sitting here doing their camps. And I don't know why you'd come to the Bangor Forest for a campsite. I never knew this was a thing, but I've realized there's actually a section here where people come and enjoy themselves. And how can you bring your kids and have an enjoyable time at a place where it's so devastating and emotional for the victims that died? Like, where's the... I don't see the respect in turning this place into a camp place. I think it should be a memorial for, out of respect to people that died, not coming and having a good time. Because maybe to all you people, you don't care because you think, oh, it wasn't my family. But imagine having a family that died in this place and they've just turned it into a theme park, the other side of it. And I don't even know how this works. One side's so sinister, and you can feel I felt it when I was walking through the forest. Maybe because I'm alone and I'm an overthinker and I visualize things. I'm a deep thinker, but I don't see any relaxing stuff here. Like, there's no point where I thought, oh, this is a relaxing spot. So for the people that are here camping, they mustn't be aware of, I don't know how, it was the most famous serial killer in the world happened at the Bangor Forest. You're talking possibly 80 victims. He only got convicted for the amount he got convicted for, but the police, they're pretty sure there was 80 or more. So for you to come here and do camps, I don't know, man. You people that are camping here, these are all weirdos. They reckon they're weirdos?
I wouldn't camp.
Would you camp here? You wouldn't even get out of the car. She was so scared that she locked her doors and windows when I left. And I went for a long walk. I got a bit lost. Like, I was going for ages, man. Like, I'm telling you, I was in that forest for ages, eh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got a bit worried at a second when I couldn't find my way back. I just kept going in circles, but then I just found the gravel road and just kept walking on the gravel road till I came back around. And thank God that I'm pretty good with senses, and I sensed I know where I'm going, and I sort of wigged it in a way. But back to what I'm saying, like, you're going past places where people are doing campfires and celebrating their weekend and their days, and how, man, in a place where I don't feel any comfort here at all. I only feel sorrow and grief coming through you for the victims that died, even though I never knew the victims, but they're still human beings, and I can't but not want to put myself in their shoes and think, imagine that was me and my missus abducted and getting tortured and shot and stabbed and whatever it may be.
Look at this house.
Look, there's a house here.
Why would someone...
Look, I'll show you. I'm gonna turn.
It's actually creepy.
I'm gonna turn so you can see the house. Look, what does it say? The University of Sydney Log Cabin International House. working, but I thought now I'm gonna just give it a cruise through and drive around and yeah, give another little tour. I'm getting closer and closer, then I lose service and I get out and I walk through. I figured to get in the car and drive around and have the bird's eye view that I got, so when I do find it, my nav's saying it's just down here. So my service comes and it goes, but that's why I have to literally stop for like 10 minutes till I get service again and then keep going. It's been a mission finding this, but from what my nav says, I'm 260 meters away from turning right, and we've found the memorial. And to the people that have never been here before, are gonna experience this. Oh, shit. The people, this will be my first time seeing this too. Even though I've gone in through this forest deep, walked through, I didn't find the memorial yet. But my phone, I bought a different phone. This time I bought a Galaxy with me because the iPhone wasn't picking up service. But this Galaxy seems, Samsung, whatever it's called, seems to be working. The nav seems to be like in and out. But I think I'm very close to the memorial. And that means if we're close to the memorial, we're close to the crime scene, because I'm pretty sure the memorials are at the crime scenes. That's what a memorial is. It's at your crime scene. So that means this is where it says go right 80 meters. It's got to be here somewhere. Where is it? Hang on. Is it down here? I remember seeing it on Luke Irwin's page as well. There it is there. Oh my God, there it is there, bro. Can you see it on your right? Oh my God. This is where. This is it. Oh my God. Guys, I'm going to take you in there with me right now. I think this is a moment for the people that haven't seen this. This is like, oh my God. Oh my God. I can't explain. I've been looking for this place for days. I was using the wrong GPS, the wrong phone. I finally found it. Oh my God. Oh my God, the feeling I have here right now. I'm telling you guys, this is surreal for me. Like, I cannot believe I found it. God rest their souls, these people. Look at that. These poor people, man. Look at them. Have a moment and think about Caroline Jane Clark from the United Kingdom, Deborah Phyllis Everest, James Harold Gibson, Anya Habshid, Gaba Curti, I can't pronounce that, sorry, Simone Loretta, Joanne Leslie Walters. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't even tell you what I'm feeling right now. Because I've walked through these forests. I walked so far into these forests looking for this. And this place is a big place. I've spent 4 or 5 days here lurking around, and I couldn't find it in the car because my iPhone and my nav wasn't working with the nav. So I ended up leaving, going, coming back. Then I finally got told by someone who goes, bro, I tried the Galaxy or the Samsung. I done that, and I was able to find it in the car, believe it or not. So I risked doing all this walking, all in these bushes, in this forest, and I could have just drove here. But anyway, this is not about me right now. This is about these poor people, man. Like, this is where he murdered them. This is where the bodies were found. Because I'm pretty sure the memorial is meaning where your victims are. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. So this is where they took their last breath. So this maniac, this absolute maniac, would have came through here with them, You know what? I'm going to drive in there. You can drive in there, it seems. I'm going in there. And I'm taking you with me. I'm going in there. And thank God there's a section you can drive. I don't have to walk because I'm that determined to show you this place where I would walk in there. I already walked 25 minutes through the other side, which was the most stupidest thing that I could have done, walking through with no boots on. So I could have got bitten by a snake. Could have been very bad, but anyhow. And I'm gonna try to see how far in there I can go, because there's a walk through here. There's a drive through here. I don't have to walk. And this is where Ivan most definitely came through. Definitely, he's come through this way because he's killed them back there at the memorial. And I'm so happy I found it. You understand, I walked through the forest looking for this place, and every time I thought I was at the spot, everyone was saying to me, oh, it's down there, it's down there. I'm like, where's the memorial? And they're like, oh yeah, mate, that's just all not real. I'm like, what are you doing? All photoshopped, and there's no real memorial. People are throwing off the locals and that I catch them around here talking to them. So I think they don't want it, people going to take it. I don't know why they told me that. Anyway, so I've gone through this whole forest. And it's nerve-wracking. It's just very... I can't even explain to you what I'm feeling, because this guy's killed 80 people out here. Police estimate he killed 80 people. They called off the search and knew that there was more bodies, and everybody thought, we've got him for 7 murders. He's going to do life anyway. We can't keep doing this for year in, year out. It's unfortunate. We just got to all move on with life. And there's bodies probably over here. There's probably bodies all out here. Like, even everywhere I was walking through when I actually took you through there and I walked through, you see I'm deep into the forest. Like, I walked 25, 30 minutes into the forest. That's where probably more victims are. Straight out, like, ooh, I don't know if I can drive over this. Ooh. Oh shit, I don't want to bust my tires. I don't know how much further in I can go. But I tell you what, guys, there's more bodies out here. Trust me when I tell you this. Like, from someone that's been investigating this case and knowing that he's, like the police said it, he's killed. I'm not going all the way in there because I'm going to end up getting stuck on a ditch. This is like a bike trail from here on. I've got to do a U-turn. It's going to be ridiculous if I go in there. I don't want to get stuck out here in the middle of nowhere. So I think it's safer for me to do a U-turn. Or should I go in? You know what? I'm going to take his in there. You know what? Let's do it. If I get stuck, I get stuck. It was good content. He's all say, you know what? Yeah, he got stuck out there, but what great content he brought us. It's not an easy feeling coming through here. I'll tell you straight out. Like, it's uneasy. And I don't want to get stuck on a side where I can't do a U-turn. And where's this taking me? Imagine how many people this bloke's out here. This is crazy, man. Look, we're in the middle, in a car. We're in the middle of the forest. Like, look around. This is all off-road. I shouldn't even be in this car. This is all like dirt bike track or something. I don't know why I'm driving in here. Like, I'm an idiot driving in here. I tell you straight, I'm going to busting my tyres. I'm going to do a U-turn. I haven't got off-road tyres or nothing. I got to do a U-turn, you know what? I'm going to end up busting my tyre. Oh, don't tell me he hasn't killed people here. Use a tripping if you think he hasn't killed people here. I'm telling you now, I don't know how it feels you watching it, but me being here live, I can just feel there's bodies here, mate. Just take a second, have a look around. No, I'm going to get out. I'm going to keep the camera positioned where it is. But there's bodies here, definitely. I feel it I could just feel the vibe here. I feel there's bodies here. I don't know why. I reckon Ivan would come to, like, because you understand, like, I've been watching all his documentaries. I've watched every documentary that YouTube has on this bloke, from the 60 Minutes to everything. So I know this guy, and I was in jail with him, but forget all that. Just watching his documentary, I feel I know this guy. And this would be a killing spot for him. Because the other section over there, it's more open, and he was brazen enough to kill there. For whatever reasons he done it over there, I don't know, but it's a pretty open area over there. You'd think he wouldn't be that brazen, but he was. Maybe it was at night and it didn't look like it was that open. I don't know. But this looks like a spot you'd kill someone.
Yes.
If I was a serial killer,
It's still got skin on it.
this is where I'd bring him, straight out. You know what I mean? And I'm putting myself in Ivan's shoes for a second. And I'm a very cluey person, and I look at things through lenses that you probably don't. So to me, this looks like a place where it's isolated enough to start people. This would be a spot. If I was a police officer, I would listen. The bodies are just over there, And from the documentaries I've watched, the bodies were, and I've googled it through ChatGPT. They're 3.8 kilometer radius apart from each other. Apparently, the victims, the 7 people that were found. So you'd imagine if they're finding them all over there, and keep in mind, they called off the search, and they're only like 600 meters away from the 2 bodies they find a year later. A year later. So if they called off that search, then a year later, they didn't, keep in mind, they didn't find them. They didn't find them. A guy doing his own investigations found it. And then they still just wrapped up those bodies, wrapped up the investigation, moved on. Instead of thinking, listen, we found 5 bodies, we wrapped up the investigation, we left. A normal guy finds 2 more bodies, 600 meters away. He finds the head.
He cut his head off.
Wouldn't the police be smart enough to say, all right, we stuffed up last time, we could have kept searching, and we would have put some ease for the family of these 2, the last 2 victims they found. So I'll get back in, I'll keep talking to you, because I want to explain to you where my mind is with this, all right? The families of the last 2 victims had to wait an extra 12 months until a random guy found it. So wouldn't the police have learned a lesson? Thought, you know what, hang on a sec. The civilian found these 2. It was only 680 meters away from the 5 victims that we have already recovered. Let's keep going in and find more. But they didn't want to, because they thought, oh, they got him, he's doing life. The big people in the government said, listen, we can't keep paying all you people to just go out to the bush and find bodies that are responsible by a man who's already in custody doing a life sentence. We've got him on 7 murders. It's unfortunate, but we can't put the resource to it. So they know there's 80 bodies out here. 80 bodies. Look, listen, you're just seeing what I'm seeing. I'm not making this shit up. Take a look around. Are you trying to tell me a man that's 80 people hasn't buried him out here? Come on. The Australian police got it wrong. He's the lowest of lowest. There's nothing else to call the police besides low-life scumbags. They worried about the revenue of money and all that, and they didn't want to put the resources in to keep searching. And there's more people out here. Imagine the victims. Their souls haven't even been put to rest. There's people out there right now that are family are missing, and they don't know where they are. There's no resting point for them, and the police don't care. Anyway, guys, let's just continue on with this journey, and I hope you're enjoying this. I promise you guys, what's coming up next is going to be more exciting than this, and more on edge of the chair than this. And I told you guys, I'm not a professional, but I'm doing the best I can do to bring you guys the best content. Now let's move on to the next site. Where's the body, Ivan? Where's the body, Ivan? Come on, let's talk these outside. Thanks, mate. So we're in Berrima, where Port Onions was the first person to encounter Ivan, and he was fortunate enough to get away. But I've been trying to talk to the locals, and they're a bit weird. They're weirdos, eh?
Yeah.
Like, they're not being friendly. I'm trying to talk to them. I'm not going to post the encounter I just had because it's inappropriate for my channel, but I just had a few words with these people in there that for no reason, they're like, oh, why are you doing this? Why are people like you come around here, ask questions? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm just doing a documentary for my YouTube. And then I had to tell the bloke, shut your... Anyway, I'm in the area where he was hitchhiking. I'm in the town. I'm going to take you to the spot. The news agency is around the corner. I'm going to take you there, but this town is weird. I never thought I'd encounter something like this. I thought you only see this in the movies, but they're all weirdos. And literally said to me, why are you doing a documentary? Why are you bringing up old stuff? What's it to you? And I said, this shit, first I was being nice, and then I had to literally just put it on the bloke, him and his mate. And I said, well, if you want to go outside, we'll go outside. And then he shut up. I go, mate, you've been an idiot. I said, all this because I asked you a question. Where's the news agency that the backpacker went missing? I said, sorry, he didn't go missing. He got away from Ivan. Yeah, he's actually a survivor. But I think I said to him missing or something. I don't know. And the guy was just acting weird as hell. And I personally got the feeling that this town doesn't want to talk about it. And they're not interested in justice or anything like that. They're rude. They're racist. It's unbelievable what I just encountered. And then I'm a bit funny about it too. Like, I feel like walking up to more locals on camera, but I don't want to have a confrontation, end up in jail. And I'm trying to do just a YouTube video, and they're not approachable, these people, straight out. But let's keep walking and let's ask some people. Let's go into this shop and ask these people. I'm pretty sure the news agency is around the corner, but I want to just feel the vibe of these people. Hopefully they're nicer than the rest of them. Hello. Sorry, I didn't want to start you. I didn't mean to creep up on you. So I'm just passing through. Are you a local?
I am, but I'd rather not be on camera.
Can you turn the camera? Yeah, so guys, we're back on. The lady didn't want to be on, as you've seen. And you can see the way people are acting when I'm walking up to them, asking them questions. But I guess no one wants to be on camera. What about this conversation? And she flew up and said that it's not around here, but I already know where it is. It's around the corner. So if I'm from Sydney and I found it, she obviously knew where it was. She just doesn't want me to go there. And that's the reason why I specifically asked, where is it? Knowing that they're going to throw off and say it's from a different place and rah rah. But anyway, just keep walking. This place gives me a bad vibe. Saw a bunch of weirdos. Everyone I've encountered has been weird. I don't know why. I get the feeling that I'm going to have a drama here. Even that lady you could tell from her tone she was rude. And she just stopped being as rude because she realised the camera's recorded. So you just feel the vibe.
Do you think there's an element of racism involved?
I don't know what it is, but you've seen how she was as soon as I walked in. She said that she's still watching us. She said she doesn't know where the place is, right?
Yeah.
I've been here for not long, and I found the location. The reason I asked her is I want to show you guys that no one wants to talk about this. She threw off and said it's in a different village. Like, if I know where it is, around the corner, you're telling me you've been living here your whole life and you don't know that place is down the road. Come on, like, something's weird going on. Fucking weirdos, mate. I tell you, everywhere I'm going, they're not friendly at all. I feel like walking into another place just to show you there's no one's friendly around here. Hello. Good. Just having a look around.
Please do. Let me know if I can help.
No worries. Let's go. Wait. I could tell it's not a local from the... You can tell it's not a local from the voice. I didn't bother asking. I didn't want to make it feel uncomfortable. But the other ones... Even I'm finding it hard to focus and talk because they're all looking... Like, they just see like people looking at me. Don't put the camera back there. It's weird. We don't look, because then she's going to say you're recording. She's still down there peeking her head out looking like fucking weirdos. Fucking, bro. Stop recording and let's go to the other spot. But this town here, bro, she's still down there. Do not look back. She's still looking. Just turn off the camera, bro. This lady He's literally coming up, following me. Literally. Well, she's going to say something. Oh, she's going to my mate. Look at this. So, she's literally gone down there. My mate's down there praying. And she's gone over to him, mate. They're weirdos here, mate, I tell ya. Look, 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 she's doing, look what she's doing. Look, she's hiding in the bush. Look, you think I'm joking? Like, I'm telling you now, look at her, look at her, look at her. Look at her. I want to pretend I'm not recording. See what I'm going through? Look, 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 she's walking around my car. So that lady owns that shop. Look at her, look at her, look at her. Watch this, watch this. Watch this. I'm going to say something to her. Hey, love, you don't need to be concerned. We're just doing a documentary. On what? On Ivan Milat. I don't know why everyone's acting like...
Because I think you need to ask permission before you start photographing.
I didn't record you.
Oh, well, he did.
But then I stopped him. I was like, even now I'm not recording you. You know what I mean?
Okay, thanks.
Like, I'm not here for trouble. I'm just here to record. And I'm not here to bring up old wounds. I'm honestly just doing a documentary. I was in prison with Ivan, and he was a bad person. And I tried everything to get him in jail. I don't like the bloke. And when I got out, I've got like a fascination with him. And I think there's more victims. From what I've uncovered, there's like another 80 victims. And when I used to talk in jail with him, he used to hint there's more victims, but I couldn't get to him. We're in a cell, isolated. I was a gang leader in prison, and he was next door to me, so I couldn't get to him. But I got a vibe there's more bodies. So I'm doing an investigation on it, and I came in, everyone's being, like the old guy and his son.
You have to change your script and say, I'm doing some research here and I wonder if you could help me. Not, you know, your approach with a camera. Right?
I didn't mean, I'm not a professional too, I didn't mean it, you know what I mean? I do apologise. I've seen you've come up and I don't want you to be alarmed. Honestly, I'm just here. You can take my number plate, I'll give you my license if you want. Makes you feel comfortable more, I don't mind.
Okay, that's all right, I've got your research.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm just literally, if you can find me on YouTube, it's Can't Fight Fate is my YouTube name, and you'll see I'm fully doing a doco about it, and I've got a big following on social media, and that's all it is, love, honestly. And I do apologise if I've upset you or something. Okay. But yeah, if you've got any other questions before I leave, feel free to ask me. No worries. Like, I've got all this on camera. No one will believe me, bro. It's like these towns are all inbreeds or they're all serial killers, bro.
Did you record the whole interaction?
Yeah. It's like they're all serial killers. I swear on my mum. Told me that old guy and his son, and the woman had an argument with.
Yeah.
They didn't look like serial killers.
I think there might be some element of racism involved, man.
I don't know, bro. But did you see the old guy when he said to me? He goes, "Why are you looking at that spot out of all spots?" I go, "What? I'm doing a documentary, man, on a serial killer. Why the else?" And let's go to this. I'm taking you to the spot anyway. This lady's a fucking weirdo. Let's just move on. All right, guys. I'm at the location behind me. I don't know if I'm going to walk in there or not, but I want to have a little chat with you guys. So this is the spot. They've changed it a little bit. They've done little renovations on it and that, but this is the spot that Poor Onions was picked up from. And this show the car park from Ivan Milat, and he got away. But these locals, you seen what I'm going through here. That lady was, imagine how confrontational the guys were if the lady was like that. The hillbillies here or something. I don't know what's going on, but let's go over here. I'm not going to go in there because I'm going to end up in jail, because the other lady went to call the police. Even they said, "Oh yeah, okay, no worries." I sent her to get straight onto her phone, and she took a photo of my number plate. So I'm not going to go in there and piss these people off. There's no need. But this is where Poor Onions was grabbed. Not grabbed, but he hitchhiked. And from here, why it's so relevant, come for a walk with me. Why it's so... Where can we sit, bro? Because even...
There's benches over there.
Look, almost, look. Come, bro. Everywhere I'm going, I'm having an issue. Like, even now, there's a guy sitting there. You probably can't see him on the camera. He's having a beer or something. You can just tell they're going to call the coppers on me. For what reason? I just want to find out what's happened with this whole scenario and the police fumbling the case. And this could have stopped all the if they would have just got him for this crime. I want to go to the local police station, walk in there. I just want to ask a few questions. I probably can't take the phone in there, but I'm going to take the record in with me. Or I might take the phone. I don't know how they're going to react. I'm not even able to talk properly because I'm so angry, and I'm a confrontational person too, and I'm trying my best not to confront all these people, like everyone, like I'm that angry. Everyone's looking at me. Everyone's like, they're all getting their phones out from their shop.
Hey, why do you think everyone we met so far is trying to call the police and take photos of you?
I reckon it's half got to do with racism, and another half they know that I've got a recorder out. They know I'm documenting something. I don't know if they're covering up the crime. I don't know if there's another serial killer here, and they're all serial killers. I don't know what's going on, bro. But you see what they're doing. No one wants to talk about anything relating. People going missing. So it's either every person I've encountered must have a connection to a serial killer, or they're just weirdos. I spoke to a news reporter. He's a prominent one, and he told me that's the spot. He gave me the spot, and he said they've changed it a little bit. And he goes, they're all going to deny it. He goes, even he said, he had the same troubles when he came through here. But he didn't tell me it was this bad, but he couldn't get them really talking much. But from what he's doing investigation, that's the spot Port Onions was grabbed at. And they're all going to deny it. They're going to say, oh no, it was another spot. This, that. For whatever reason, I don't know. But even that reporter said to me, he came across the same issues, and I'm facing these issues now too. All I want to do is reenact everything. I'm trying to build momentum so then maybe the police can get off their backsides and think, you know what? If this criminal has the decency to try to uncover more victims of Ivan, we should do something about it. But who knows if they will or not. I'm still doing my investigation. This whole area just gives you a weird vibe. Belungo Forest is around the corner. It's about a 10-minute drive. So he's picked him up from here and he's gone on to Belangolo Forest. And I can't explain to you, man. I'm getting bad vibes in Belangolo Forest because I've been filming for a couple of days. And I'm just getting bad vibes from there and here now. And I'm going back now to Belangolo Forest. I'm going to go back, and I just feel there's unfinished business there because I'm still looking for the memorial, and I think this time I found it. And this docker is taking me ages to put together. Like, you gotta understand, I'm going across all New South Wales trying to piece it all together. I hope he's enjoying this, and I hope he's appreciate that I've gone out of my comfort. Like, I'm a very, very, very confrontational person too. It took everything in my body not to spit in that old guy's face and spit in her face she wasn't that bad, to be honest. I gotta speak truth. She was a bit, I could tell the camera stopped her from being more rude, but she's nothing. But that guy and his son, whoever they were, I think his father and son, he goes, why are you asking about that particular photo? And he looked like that and looked at me. I was like, what the f is going on here? So we're talking about, mate. And then I'm not going to post all that because it got too confrontational because I did use profanities and I did get a bit aggressive. I don't want to put that. I don't want to show that side of me because I'm trying to show a better image of myself and I'm a better person than that. But sometimes people snap, but I'm not going to show you as me snapping because it's just not the right thing to do. But anyway, let's move on. From here, I'm going to take you back and I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to take you now to the spot Paul escapes from, and from there I'm going to re-enter the Belangolo Forest, and it's fucking confronting there. I had to go get boots in that because I walked through the forest the other day with joggers on. There's deer there, there's wild pigs apparently. I've seen the deer, I've seen kangaroos, haven't seen the pigs yet, but apparently there's big snakes and there's everything. So I'm going back in and I've checked the map again, and I think this time I got a better idea where the memorial site is. I want to go there, and I've got to walk back through this forest, and it's nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna lie to you, and it's getting dark. So I want to quickly, let's go. I want to quickly make a move back there now. It's about a 20-minute drive, but let's go. All right, guys. This is where Ivan has pulled in. He's pulled into this spot here. He's pulled up to the left. He's told the backpacker he wants to get something out of the car. All right? That's his verbal. The backpacker feels something's off. And then when Ivan gets back and opens the driver's seat door, he's got a gun in his hand. That backpacker just runs for his life. Literally jumps out of the car, slides down this little ramp there. Old mate's firing at him. He's literally dodging the bullets, running left, right, left, right. The lady's come down, that one that saves his life. She's coming from around that bend. She comes over that little bridge, literally saves his life, right? He runs and literally runs for his life. You got old mate just there. This is literally the spot there, just firing, just open and fire in the middle of the public. Like, No care in the world. Look at this other car coming around now. It'll be the same. It's like I'm reenacting right now what's happened. I'm running for my life, and Ivan's firing at me, and then I stop this car, save me, save me, and then they jump in the car and they reverse and they take off. This is like surreal, man. To go back through footsteps of this bloke's actions, and oh mate, I can't tell you the feeling because I'm actually living it in my mind. Because I know this bloke, not the backpacker like Ivan. I know he's a little rat, like a little rat off a thing. I just see him on a power trip because in jail he was a weak coward. He should shut his mouth, but he was grinding his teeth from anger. Cut his own finger off just to get attention. He's just one of those people that you just want to just take him out, bring him back to life, take him out, bring him back, just keep digging him back up. But this is the actual location of where it took place. Mate, let me tell you all something, yeah? Lucky old mate didn't run over there, instinct, and he would have been, because he could have literally just panicked, jumped over. Lucky he was smart enough to run on this road and just kept running. Like, if that was me, probably I wouldn't be thinking. I'll just run out on the paddock and just start sprinting. For him to run down this road, and oh mate, I can't even tell you what I'm feeling right now of what these guys went through, because this is not like Hollywood script. This is real life. This really happened. This lady was coming around that bend at the right time and saved old mate. And a few of these trees have got bullet holes. I don't want to go through every single tree, but I know from doing the investigation that the police covered bullet holes from all the trees, and that's how they were able to convict Ivan. It was all part of the investigation and his conviction. But man, I tell you, to sit here and just think about what these people went through, can't even begin to tell you guys the feeling that I have going through all these spots. Like, my missus won't even get out of the car. She's so scared. She's like, I've got this bad feeling. She goes, I don't know, I just want to get out of here, but I've just been all day filming. Went through the forest, went through where his victims were murdered, where possibly other victims are. I'm doing all this and I love doing this. I'm not a professional. My footage might not be for everyone, but let me tell you, it's taken a lot for me to get out of my comfort zone and get out here and start doing these things. I always used to picture it in my head, going around and just I've done YouTube 10 years ago. I started it, then I stopped because I just got bored just doing all these interviews, and it just got boring. And I always wanted to be out in the world. This is what I want to do. I want to document. I just wish I had a mad team that could do it properly, and I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. But imagine I had a proper team holding cameras and me be able to do what I got to do, walk and talk, and it'd be a lot better, obviously. But I'm doing the best I can. I hope he's enjoying it. Please subscribe, like, and share. And I know he's going to criticize. He's criticized everything I do. There's nothing I can do that you don't criticize. But anyway, I'm continuing on. I'm going to show you more spots. I'm going to show you where the Wanda Beach, where the other victims possibly were. But as I said, they're not his victims. They're his brother's victims. The police got it wrong. 1966, the brothers were on a spree. Ivan didn't start till 1989 after his sister passed away. Trust me, I've been watching this case for so long. I've studied it. I know how criminals think. Believe me, I am someone that would have been a PI, private investigator. I would have been the best private investigator on the whole planet. I would have solved so many things because I don't know how. I think these things and I'm able to put puzzles together. And I'm telling you guys, Ivan's brothers are still out there. They're probably watching this thing. This Lebo is going to uncover everything that we've been doing for the last 30 years. And I'm telling you, I'm continuing on this documentary. I've got a lot more to come about the Milat family and Ivan's crimes and what crimes his brother's done and all that. Let's go now to the next location. Wait till you see where I'm taking you. There's still so much more to come. Don't sign out. Keep watching because there's still his house to come, the beach, where he worked. There's so much more coming. Stay tuned. And hey, remember this. These teeth are so white. That's a different topic, mate. That's what I said. I get off topic because this is the way I am. But I just love my teeth. I shouldn't be thinking about this at a site like this, eh? I should be like, stay focused. You know, next spot. All right, guys. I've come to Ivan's house. That's the street. And it's right there. And I don't want to look like I'm recording, make it too obvious, but that's the street there. And that's the actual house that he was living in when he got arrested. So that's the last freedom this bloke had, was right there. Imagine his neighbours. Number 9 obviously is the opposite, because street signs are opposite. Imagine. See, there's number 20. I don't make it obvious because people are coming in and out of here, and it's so awkward when you record on someone's street. Because what's that? Yeah, I'm doing a YouTube video. I'm trying to. So I've got to Ivan Milat's house, and you won't believe. I won't show you, brother, but I'll show the house. Obviously, I'll show the back of you. Yeah. So this is Ivan's house. Old mate knew who I was. So I was walking up and down the street, and then he came out and goes to me, brother, are you doing YouTube, eh? I said, how do you know that? He goes, you're Moody. I said, yeah. He goes, bro, how is that? He goes, this is my house. And he goes, Ivan lived here. He goes, straight out, this is Ivan's house. And he knew who I was. So it's spit out. What a spit out. So I was walking up and down, and then he's just come up to me. So then I've turned the phone off, and then he's like, bro, I know you are this, that. That's crazy. How is that the people that live in Ivan's house watch my YouTube? This is the street. How weird is that? All right, guys. So I'm going to now do the proper video. I got distracted before because obviously I was shocked that these people that live in Ivan's house actually watch me on YouTube and Facebook. And you can see I'm not lying, like it was all captured on the video of them calling out to me, goes, you, that guy from Facebook and rah rah. But this is where, let's get back to Ivan. This is where Ivan was living when he got arrested. This is his final freedom place. And this is the street. And they're actually very good people. They said to me, when our visitors leave, you can come back if you want, we can show you in the house. I'm probably not going to do that, but I'll come down here and show you the side of the house. Imagine being Ivan's neighbor. Imagine a lady coming home at work at 10 o'clock at night. She's walked around here, and he got the urge, that urge he was getting when he was killing all these people, and just abducted them. And look how ironic it is. This house is the backdrop to an alleyway, sort of thing, to a complex. So this is his actual house. But I'm still tripping that there are fans of mine that live there. That's the back of his house. So yeah, as I said, it's a small world. Imagine living next door to the most worst Australia has ever seen. Imagine these neighbours. Imagine all these neighbours. I still can't believe he lived in such a normal street. Look. Give you another look at the house. How crazy is that? And look at it, next door to normal houses. Good old Ivan, eh? He's going out. All these people are coming back to that house. Look how nice his neighbour's house is. Look at that house. Looks like just like a retirement village. Anyway, that is crazy. This is crazy that not only do I find Ivan's house, the people who live in there are fans of mine. This is fucking crazy. So this is the street, but I just noticed that the old man's outside. I wanted to see how long he's been living here for. I'm gonna ask him now. Say hello to him. Let me quickly ask him. I'm just doing a video about your old neighbour. How long you been living here? Yeah. Hey, were you living here when Ivan was here? I'm just doing like a doco on the street. Oh, 1 sec, sorry, brother. I'm doing a doco on the street.
You doing what?
A documentary. How you going, bro?
Oh, not bad. Oh, about what?
About Ivan.
Oh, right.
So were you living here when he was here?
Yeah.
You here? What was he like, bro?
He was alright.
I was in jail with him.
Where?
Yeah, I was in jail with him. So I know what he was like in jail, but in jail he was a different person. He was like weirdo and that. It wasn't like...
It was alright here. So, you know, like, he never had any trouble here.
That's crazy, bro. You know, I ended up speaking...
Because
Because I ended up speaking to the boys there. They're fans of mine from my social media, so they knew who I was. And he... Yeah, I went over there. But I was just like trying...
I know they wrote a story or something, I believe.
I'm not sure. Right, do you mind if I put you on?
And it was all full of bullshit.
Can I put you on?
No, don't put me
Oh,
on.
I swear I won't put you on.
No, because I know the family, you know. Like,
Oh, fair enough.
Like they wrote a story about it or something, you know. They were never there.
Oh, the people living there?
They were never living there.
What story they write?
No, there was other people living there, you know, like different people living there. Like once Ivan happened with Ivan, they sold a place, one of their friends bought it or something, and then they sold it. And then they moved in, but they wrote some stories to some publisher or something. I think because I think you're you know, and they said one of the neighbours told them this and that, and being one of the neighbours, you know, I hope they're not talking about me because I never said nothing. I don't say nothing, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
What's your name?
My name's Vic.
Vic.
Yeah.
What national are you?
Huh?
What national are you?
Maltese.
So you've been living here the whole time Ivan was here. How long did you live here for?
I don't know, mate. I was here for about 30-something years, you know.
And he was here for how long, do you reckon?
Well, their house wasn't built then.
Oh, he built it?
Oh, they had it like subcontractors, you know.
But it was Ivan's owned the house. He wasn't renting.
Oh, I think his sister owned it.
Oh, his sister.
Yeah. But what they said about Ivan, you know, like about neighbours told him this and that's all bullshit, you know. I think just to get publicity, just to make money out of it, you know.
Oh.
But, yeah, no, look, to me he was all right, you know, like, no problem. He was pretty good with me, you know.
Did you find that after you found out he was a serial killer, did you ever think, oh yeah, this makes sense, that makes sense?
No, I've known for a long time. His cousins, good mates of mine.
Oh, so you known him?
Yeah,
Were you ever suspicious of him?
Huh?
Did you ever get suspicious? No?
No, he seems to be all right.
All right then, bro. I won't keep you up no more.
Yeah. Well, don't put me on that.
No, I'm not going to put you on. If I was going to put you on, I'd have you up like
I'll
that.
tell you what, you know, a lot of people like they want to say this and say that to make money out of it. Like even like, you know, like
No, it's all good.
I don't want to make money. I wouldn't make money out of it. I wouldn't bullshit, you know. But as far as I'm concerned, like with me, you know, look, at that time, everyone says it, you know. I couldn't believe it. Everything. You know what I mean? I couldn't believe it. You know, I've known the cousins, I've known the brothers. You know? You know?
No, all good.
Mate, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, listen, when I knew him in jail, he was maybe different to what you knew of him.
Yeah.
I seen.
See, they say that it's true side.
So I used to also, when I was in jail, I met his love child, Amy. Did you ever meet Amy, the love child? Remember, he was living with, before he moved here, he moved in with his mate and their wife. He had an affair with the wife. So Amy, I ended up meeting on the visit. She was trying to get him to do DNA. She was pestering for the DNA, and then I met her. So I know a lot about this guy's life. But it's good to talk to the neighbour, bro. Like, you know, I was leaving because I'd already spoken to them, and I was doing YouTube. My missus goes, the neighbour's outside. See if he wants to talk.
Yeah. Well, these people here, they wouldn't have fuck all.
Yeah.
Right?
Nah, all good.
And they make up stories, you know, and everything, you know what I mean?
Nah, all good.
And what they say about it, it's all bullshit.
Yeah, nah.
Take my word. You know?
No, I appreciate you talking to me. I got to go, brother. I'm not going to hold you up. Yeah. But, bro.
Mate, you know, like I don't want to sort of get involved in, you know.
No, all good.
You know.
Vic, it was good talking to you. Take care of yourself and look after yourself, my friend.
Is he living there?
Huh? One sec. Sorry, Vic, I have to put you on, bro. I know you don't want to be on, bruh, but I have to put you on. I'm so sorry. What are you angry about? I've got to put him on. I can't not put him on. It's part of the story. He's dirty. You know what? He started talking shit too about the neighbours, man. I'm telling you, it's no good for him, the way he's going to look. But what am I going to do, man? I'm doing podcasting, you know. These people need to understand. I'm a social media identity. Anyway, guys, I love you all, and this is one of the best days of my life. Not only are they fans of mine, I end up talking to the neighbour, and I'm at Wonder Beach. This is where, in 1966, two 15-year-old girls were abducted. And from what I've gathered from my investigations, they say the sand dunes, and I've asked all the locals, where's the sand dunes, and they've pointed down in that direction, which I'm going to go over in a sec. But I want to explain to you why this is so relevant to the case, even though he never got charged. But going off the calculations of the police, this happened when Ivan was in his early 20s, and the description fits Ivan. And if that's the case, it means the police bundled the whole investigation. The whole thing lays on the police back, because if they would have did their job and proper, thorough investigations, they could have stopped him from going on sprees that he done and saved the lives of not only the 7 that were known and he was convicted of. Police estimate he was responsible for 80. So this beach here is where it all started. Going off the police intelligence and all the documented history. And I'm going to take you down now to the dunes where they say he was responsible for these 2 girls. 2 15-year-old innocent little kids were murdered. And like the weight that it holds for this whole investigation is so big, because these 2 girls were the first 2, and he went on to kill 80 people, they estimate. So if the police back then, and they fumbled another case where a police officer took a report off her and she just ignored it, just took the notes and closed the file, went home. So not only they just fumbled it here, it was also the other one as well that I've uncovered when I'm doing my investigations on for this documentary. Apparently, this young lady went into the police because she got away from him. They took her statement and everything, but they didn't follow through. So look how many times the police could have stopped this. This madman could have been put away for the rape alone would have been a good 15-year sentence, and if he would have got done for these murders, it would have been a life sentence. So they could have prevented 80 people dying. 80 people. Just imagine these 15-year-old girls being dragged around here by this maniac, stalked before he would have got them. They would have sensed something was up. Before they could react, he's jumped on them. Let's go for a walk through here and see what we can uncover. We're at the dunes. This is Wonder Dunes. We're about to walk through, and you just get this feeling. It's just, I can't explain it. I always get this feeling when I get to these places where horrific murders have happened. And there's so much backdrop of this story. You can't help but not feel emotions, and you just, I'm just picturing these young girls walking through here and this predator following them, stalking them. Imagine what they went through. You know what I mean? And 80 people die after it. So this maniac didn't just stop here. And there's no way he started killing at the age of 45. No way, like they say. No way. And all the reports indicate he was the perpetrator in this crime. The description given, it's Ivan. I'm telling you, I've looked at it 1,000 times, and I know Ivan from prison. And it's just a younger version. I can't believe the police just careless, reckless, and they just back in them days didn't care, had no sympathy, no empathy for these young girls, whoever was investigating it, and literally just went on their days, and, you know, in their mind, happy days. can't not be pissed off at the police when you do these investigations. You know what I mean? And then you enter here, and they say this is the dunes, sand dunes. Wow, I'm telling you guys, it's not a good feeling coming in here, because I know what's happened here. So when you come through here and you know what's happened, and I'm by myself, I wish I could have someone here that I can just talk to them and get their perspective on it and what they feel. Do they feel what I'm feeling right now? I've never been down to sand dunes ever. Like, you just gotta understand, I've never had a life of happiness and walking to beaches. Now it's always been street life or in prison yards. You know what I mean? So this is all new to me, but I still don't understand how young girls, 15 years old, have come down here on their own. Like, where were their parents, man? Like, I would never let my son. Oh, then again, yeah, 15, my son probably would go on the beaches and that, but not my daughter. Like, anyway, what's done is done. You don't want to upset no one in the videos. Not me, no disrespect, but I can't help but wonder, what were these girls doing here? You know what I mean? We live in a society where there's maniacs, predators, animals lurking. Parents should have more common sense and say to their daughters, no, don't go to no sand dunes. Like, look at this. Imagine walking through here at night. For such a beautiful area, it holds such a creepy side of it, eh? Like, who the hell would walk through here at night? Like, if I was going to come through here, at night, I'd have a knife on me, definitely. Like, I would not walk in here without a knife at night. No way. What do people think are coming through here? Like, imagine 1966, what this would have looked like. It would have been even a more secluded area. I didn't think there was all these beautiful homes around back in them days. Like, what drives people to come to these isolated places? Like, look at that. All right, guys. So apparently he's dragged them. He's gone into there. But somehow he's come over here with them. Maybe they ran or something. Because if you look carefully, they've put a cross here. I think it's some little memorial for the victims. If you look, we're in the middle of nowhere and there's a cross being planted. So I asked all the locals, and the ones I spoke to said, oh, we don't really want to talk about it. And I said, but I found a spot I believe is where it's taken place. And then they basically said, yeah. And there was another gentleman here earlier, an older guy, because I've been here for hours. And he said, mate, I'll tell you what's happened. He goes, but I don't want to be on footage. I said, yeah. He goes, something's happening there. They don't know if the girls ran in there and they were trying to get away, and he's pulled them there and he's dragged them into there and he's in there. And you got to understand, this was 1966. And I can just feel the girls running into there. And hang on, I'll show you. Like, it's just, look at this. Could be snakes here too. I've got to be careful. I did see a sign. Look at that. Let's come up a bit more. Look at that. And they've run and he's chased them back down. Or he possibly could have killed them there, but it was too open there. So he's a sadistic player and he's a rapist, don't forget. He's dragged them over here. I believe this guy was telling the truth when he said, basically told me this is the site, because that cross is a memorial. Maybe on the camera it's not looking so distinctive, but when you're standing here, someone's placed it there. That's definitely someone's died there, because that cross represents it. It's a surreal feeling. Like, right behind me is where these girls were taking their last breaths, looking up at the sky. And I can't explain to you what I feel being here and how angry I am at the police. How did you get this so wrong and let this guy, first of all, kill these 2 innocent people and get away with it, and then go on and kill another 80 people? How? Like right behind me, when you're here in the flesh and there's no one around, it's just so like it's secluded, and you see the memorial they've placed there for these young girls, 2 15-year-old girls. Okay. I hope people out there that are watching this, if you've got kids, don't let your kids go to the sand dunes on their own. Don't allow it. Just whatever you do, just go with them. We're living where the last serial killer was not Ivan Milat. I'm telling you now, Ivan Milat is not the last serial killer in this country. 1,000,000%. There's more serial killers out there, and I reckon this would be a spot where serial killers would lurk around. I believe there's probably more murders happened here, and the police are not saying it because they don't want the public to be in panic and fear and live and put pressure on the police that they're not doing their job, and they already fumbled these other murders and they know that they got it wrong. I don't think they're ready to go through another Ivan Milat series, another Ivan Milat situation. So I strongly suggest to you guys, keep a grip on your kids. Just make sure they don't go anywhere on their own, because 1,000,000% Ivan Milat was not the last serial killer. I've been sitting here for the last 4 hours, going from site to site, talking to locals. Some didn't want to talk. Some was like, no, we don't want to talk about it. I finally found this old guy walking through, and look, you don't look. Why is there a cross right there? He definitely murdered him here. Or if it wasn't them, as I said, there's more that have taken place, and the police are being real quiet about it, because you don't get a stick like that, a cross, mate. It's like a stick sort of thing, but it's a cross. You can fully see they've tried to blend it in with the trees and that, so it doesn't become a sight off where people come and it's an attraction that ruins the area's image. I think that's what they're worried about. But there's a cross placed there for a reason, and if you look carefully, look how isolated this is. Look at it. Look at it. It's crazy, man, to think that these aren't even got no cameras here. Like, you don't understand this. There's no cameras. Like, why can't the government put just a few poles all the way through here with cameras and big lights and save people's lives? You spend all this money on these rubbish roads, but you don't worry about the sand dunes. If you just put cameras, even in the Bangla forest, if you set up cameras on big drones and that, you'll deter these serial killers going there. And they haven't got places to kill at, they're going to think 10 times before they kill. But when you've got such an open area, it's like the graveyard. It's like this is their backyard. Do you know what I mean? It's like, this is like a Rockwood cemetery for them. You've got to wake up to yourselves, Australia. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've spent 2 weeks on this documentary, and I have myself uncovered so much. Like, how the hell did you get it so wrong? Anyway, I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's really frustrated me being here, seeing the memorial cross, just picturing the crime happening, picturing him dragging them or chasing them. He probably chased them from down there, and he's dragged them into, or maybe they possibly ran in there. Maybe they ran in. I'm leaning on, he's chased them through, he's got him in there. He's maybe just like to stop them from running, and then he's dragged them into there, and he's ripped them, and he's done everything he's done. Even though this happened in 1966, it's still very, very, very touchy for me, because I was in jail with Ivan, and I had the relationship with his love child. I can't even tell you what I'm feeling right now. Anyway, so look how beautiful this place is. But little do you realize that past this sign is a dark side of Australia's crime. Like, to tell you guys, it's just so weird how bizarre life is. You got hell literally in there for who knows how many people have died in there, but you were certain that was 2 15-year-olds in there and endured the most. I couldn't even imagine what they've gone through. You know what I mean? If you think beyond these gates, is like the darkest part of Australia, one of the darkest parts, to these beautiful homes and this beautiful grass. How ironic is that? Where's the body, Ivan? Where's the body, Ivan? All right, guys. This is about 80 graves, maybe 90 graves. These are not the victims of Ivan, but I'm trying to put it in perspective so you can understand this is the amount of people he murdered since the 60s till he was arrested. Look, this puts it more in reality. Let it sink in that the Australian police got it wrong and they neglected the serial killing for a long time. All the missing people, they just lazy and incompetent. And look how many people. This is equivalent to the amount of people he killed. That's how you've got to look at it. Not just look at it as just, oh yeah, it's just a number. It's real people. Well, the sign speaks for itself. I've come down to Ivan Milat's final resting place. The reason I came here is so people can understand the most infamous, the worst serial killer Australia has ever seen. Probably up there in the world, to be honest with you. He killed, they say 80 plus people. I think it's about 30, but the government thinks it's close to 80 and onwards. Between 80 to 100, they're not sure, but that's what the number they've given. His last days here would have been very difficult for him. He was taken to hospital, I think it was 8 weeks prior to he died, and the corrective services, the high-ups had a meeting and discussed and said he doesn't deserve the comfort of a hospital bed and throw him back into the jail. Yeah, he's in the hospital unit in the jail, but it's still a prison. It's no comfort at all. If anything, it's worse. They just neglect you like there's no tomorrow. So that's the jail behind me where for the last few years he's been. The story doesn't end because Ivan died. As this podcast comes to an end, there's still so much more that I believe has not been uncovered. I believe there's so many more victims that haven't had their justice and their families haven't been able to put a storyline to the end of their life. The police dropped the ball when it comes to Ivan Milat. They handled it wrong. I believe they could have pressed him in more ways than one. I think they were too lenient in the sense of, I just think they could have just squeezed him a lot harder. Even his treatment in jail, even though he was locked down, they were still treating him like when he would have a cry, they give him back his TV and his Breville, and they just treated him very soft, I think. As I've said, my mission is to find out who else was involved. I strongly believe the brothers were. It's already been proven that the sister was involved, but she passed away, so they couldn't pursue her. Certain evidence came to light after her death, and the police asserted she was involved in some way of covering up the crimes and giving him alibis, and they're leaning towards she was probably there when some of the murders took place because they had a sick bond. Which brother and sister sleep with each other? That shows you that their bond is something unique. And when I mean unique, I mean disgustingly unique. When a brother and sister can sleep together, I'm sure that they'd be killing together too, without a doubt. If they got the mindset to have a relationship with each other, that he would be saying to her, I'm doing this and that. If they're keeping that one major secret, which is a sinister secret, there's no limit to when you're doing sinister secrets, there's no limit to it. When you're talking about a mindset of these people, they've got no morals. So he definitely told his sister. At least she knows where more bodies are. 100% she knows where there's more bodies. That is something I can be certain on. And the brothers also, I believe Richard was involved. I strongly believe that. I think even Wally was involved. That's my opinion. I can't say certainly, but that's my honest opinion. I reckon that Wally, Richard, and the sister. I think. Look, as I'm talking to you guys, another truck goes out. Once upon a time, that would have been Ivan in the back of that truck. It's a surreal feeling when you're here and you're talking about one of the world's most prolific killers this country has seen. And I spent time in this jail. I spent a few years here. So for me, just standing in this car park feels unease because you don't know what happens behind these walls. You go to war with people, jail walls. You go to wars with the officers. It's very unsettling. There's police here. Someone's called the police because I've walked in here. Did you see that? They just turned off the sirens. Bring the camera. Sorry guys, I've been disturbed because the police earlier, yeah look, they're sitting over there. The police earlier, so I was in my car earlier and the police was passing me and I seen him turn his head back, but I looked in the rearview mirror and he didn't put his sirens on or anything, so I didn't think he was doing a U-turn coming back. Obviously he's gone around the block on the other one, he's came through and he's parked over here, look. He's parked up there. Put his sirens on. Now he put it on. I heard it earlier. He's parked near my car, see? See what he wants. I'm just trying to do these content and I'm just getting hassled by police and by fuck them, bro. Let's just finish this. If they want, they'll come in here. Like, see what I mean, guys? You just heard the siren. So I was in my car parked at the lights and he's come down slow. He's looked in. He didn't put his siren or nothing. Didn't signal to pull over or anything. He's kept going, but he's gone left and he's come up the street and I've come into the street and parked. He's seen my car parked out there. He just doesn't know where I am. He's just sitting out there now. For what reason, I don't know. Like, fucking annoying, man. They're annoying, these people trying to do content and look what they're doing to me. Like, as you can see, I've turned my whole life around. I don't do anything. I'm doing documentaries. And I've got police literally following me around, hassling me like that. Now when I walk out, they're going to be sitting there. Anyway, and guys, please understand my content. I'm not a professional. Stay there. I'm not a professional journalist, nor am I a paparazzi, nor am I a reporter. So my content like this now, the police come. Obviously, if I was a professional, I would have just disregarded all that. But I can't because I'm doing this for my pleasure of doing content like this and solving cases and doing all this stuff. But this is just, let's cut and go through the cop ones. Cut. All right, guys, I've come to a cemetery with the purpose of giving you a reality check on how many people Ivan has murdered and not been convicted of, and most importantly, these many families have had no closure. This guy died in 2019 at the age of 74 and took these secrets to his grave. Look how many graves here. This is 80 graves. This is 80 graves, guys. This is the amount of people that are buried somewhere in the Belangolo forest, and due to the incompetence of the police and the negligence and just they just incompetent to a level of, I had to show you guys this so you can put it in your mind so you can comprehend what I'm dealing with in doing this investigation. I know that he's linked to 80 plus murders. Police documented it, but for some reason they didn't pursue it. There were certain police officers that were on record saying our bosses didn't want us to pursue it because of revenue, and he's doing a life sentence anyway for the 7 murders that he's been arrested for. So they justified it in their mind that they can't afford the revenue. It's just too expensive to do like an thorough Belangolo forest sweep. It's too big of a place. But anyway, So I want to tell you how I know for a fact the police didn't care about finding anyone after they found those 5. They found 7 bodies in total, but the police only found 5. Do you understand? They found 5 and turned off the search and moved on. 12 months later, just a normal civilian decided upon himself to go out and look for more, and he found a skull and took it in. Then when they've come back, they've dug up, they found 2 more bodies, which led it to 7. And keep in mind, it was 680 meters away from the 5 that the police had found. And when the police called off the search, 680 meters away, if they would have just kept looking, they would have uncovered more. And to make matters even worse, and to the disgust of the police, listen to what they did again. After uncovering 2 more bodies, 680 meters away from the 5 they found, they called off the search again. Again. You know why? Because the boss said, listen, we know there's more bodies out there, but the more we find, we've got to keep going and going and going. We need to nip this in the butt. It's costing us too much money. We've got him on 7 murders now. He's going to jail for life. There's enough taxpayer dollars going into this, and they didn't care no more. Even though they agree that he's linked to 80 disappearances, and possibly there would have been more if they would have kept trying. They just stopped at 80. They go, listen, there's no point. We can tell he's killed hundreds, maybe 100 plus people, him and his clan. Let's just stop, because we're not going to pursue him anyway. So what's the point of putting these resources? So they closed the cases on all these missing files. Close to 330 people are missing in this country since the 1966 to the 1994 arrest of Ivan. Keep in mind, imagine his clan, after seeing that Ivan's been done, they all got away with it, they've gone out and killed more. I believe Ivan's older brother was the first person to start killing in that family, and he brought them all in. I'll tell you how I figured that out. Because the older brother was the leader of the pack. He gave permission for Ivan to pursue the relationship with his own flesh and blood sister. This is what I believe from my investigation. I want to point this out. This is not factual in the sense of it's been proven in court, anything like that. This is based off all the stuff that I've been searching. This is my personal opinion on this. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I highly doubt it. I doubt I'm wrong. My investigation has led me to, first of all, he was having an affair with his own sister for over 20 years. She covered up his alibi. If she's willing to sleep with her own brother and cover up her alibi, and the other brothers knew about it, the elder brother knew first, and him and his mum smoothed it over the family. They'd kiss at barbecues, they'd hug, they were romantic of each other. They all knew. Even his little inner circle friends knew. So I think that 2-3 guys that used to go out hunting with him, I think they were involved too. Because if they were fine with him having a relation with his own sister, it means these guys are low lifes, just like they had something in common. They're all just cannibals and just brutal people. Brutal is an understatement. These guys were eating their victims. This is a different kettle or fish. Ivan and his clan changed the face of Australia around the world because of his heinous crimes. This guy done crimes that even brings shivers to the most decorated police officers that have been in the force for 50 years, has shivers down their spine when they're investigating this guy. And take a look around. This is 80 people here. 80 people that are sitting in the Belangolo forest with no closure, no one held accountable for their deaths. The only thing that came out of all of it, Ivan got convicted, but there was no plaque of remembrance for these people. There's nothing. Just the police said, no, we don't care, we're moving on. So this leads me to wrap this investigation up. And I hope you guys enjoyed everything that I've brought to you guys. I've been on the road for 3 weeks. It's time I wrap this up. I could keep going with this, but I haven't got the resources. I'm just one man. I haven't got a big film crew. I haven't got a team around me. It's just me. And sometimes one person catches up with me wherever I am. Like my mate now that's holding the camera now, drove out to where I am because I've been days out on the road, like say 4 or 5 days out on the road. Anyway, I wish I could keep going with more regarding Ivan, but I can't. Hope you've enjoyed my content. And remember guys, I'm not a professional. I'm not a photographer. I'm not a paparazzi. I'm not a news reporter. I'm nothing like that. I'm just a bloke that's changed his life. I'm on social media, and this idea came in my mind because I was in prison with Ivan and his love child. I had not an affair, like I dated her. Shouldn't say affair, even though she was married. I didn't know the husband, nothing. But you know, that's besides the point. I had relations with the love child, so I know about this family more than you would think. And I don't like this Ivan in jail, who's a little rat. And another thing I want to point out to you as well. just on one other thing I remembered I didn't mention to you guys, that the police are watching this, they say, oh, this guy's in his conspiracy theorist. It took 3 police officers to carry the log of one of the bodies. 3. Two couldn't do it. One couldn't do it first, he called another guy, 2 couldn't do it. Ended up being 3 detectives had to carry the log off a body. How did Ivan on his own, how did he first put the log on the body? How did he maneuver the log around to get it to the body? He had help, but you guys chose to ignore it. You just bluntly said, you turned a blind eye. That's crystal clear evidence there was more than one perpetrator. Anyway, I wanted to point that out. Sorry, I've jumped from that to that, but I had to point that out. I'm gonna wrap this up. Please subscribe to my channel, like it, share it. There is more content to come. Stay tuned for what's coming next, but just remember, don't let your kids out of your sight. Don't let your daughters go to parks and beaches on their own. Always tell them to have a friend with them. Always tell them to be in public places. Never jump in a car of a stranger. And remember my words, there's more serial killers out there, definitely. And that's a wrap.